The story of Cleopatra, the queen who never said, "I cannot." Part 1. Introduction. A woman who refused to be small. Hello everyone. Welcome back. Let me ask you something today. Have you ever walked into a room and felt invisible? Have you ever felt like people were not listening to you? Not because you had nothing to say, but because of who you are. Maybe because of your age, maybe because of where you come from, maybe because you are a woman, maybe because you speak with an accent. That feeling of being overlooked, being underestimated, it is one of the most painful feelings in the world. Today, I want to tell you about a woman who felt that too. A woman who lived more than 2,000 years ago, but whose story feels like it was written for today, for this moment, for you. Her name is Cleopatra. And before you think, "Oh, I know this story, she was a beautiful queen," I want you to stop, because that is not her real story. Her real story is about something much more powerful than beauty. It is about intelligence. It is about courage. It is about a woman who refused to let the world make her small. Stay with me, because by the end of this story, you will see yourself differently. I promise.
Part 2. Rising Action. The girl who studied while others played. The year is around 69 BC. In the great city of Alexandria in Egypt, a girl is born into a royal family. Her name is Cleopatra. Now, you may think, she is a princess, so her life must be easy. But no, her world is dangerous. There are people in her own family who want power, people who would hurt her to get it. Even her own brother will one day try to take everything from her. But Cleopatra does something that most royal children do not do. She studies. She reads. She learns. By the time she is a young woman, she can speak 9 languages. 9. Her own family, the royal family, spoke only Greek. They never bothered to learn Egyptian, the language of the people they ruled. But Cleopatra learned it. She learned Egyptian, Hebrew, Ethiopian, and more. She studied mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, and medicine. Think about that. While other people in power were sitting on their thrones feeling important, she was reading books and learning new languages so she could actually talk to her own people, so she could understand them, so she could lead them, not from above, but from beside them. This is not just a history lesson. This is a lesson for today. In a world where we are all connected, where your English, your Arabic, your Hindi, your mother tongue, all of it is a bridge to another human being. Cleopatra knew that language is power, and she used it. Part 3. The darkest moment. Losing everything, then coming back. When Cleopatra is about 18 years old, she becomes Queen of Egypt. But her brother, who is just a child, is made co-ruler with her. And the men around him, powerful and selfish men, push her out. They take the throne. They force her to leave her own country. She is now a queen with no kingdom, an exile, alone. Can you imagine that? Everything you worked for, taken. Your home, gone. Your power, stolen. And the people who took it are people you trusted. Many people in that situation give up. They cry, they disappear, they accept defeat. Cleopatra does not. She builds a small army. She plans. She thinks. And then she does something so bold, so brilliant, that people still talk about it 2,000 years later. She sneaks herself back into the palace, hidden, wrapped inside a bundle of cloth, to meet the most powerful man in the world, Julius Caesar of Rome. She does not beg. She does not cry. She walks in, looks him in the eye, and speaks. She speaks to him in his own language.
She is intelligent, funny, and strong. Caesar is amazed. He has met kings and generals all his life, but he has never met anyone like her. He helps her take back her throne. Not because she was beautiful, because she was brilliant. Part 4. Present-day lesson. What Cleopatra teaches us right now. Now let us bring Cleopatra into today's world, because her lessons are not old. They are completely modern. In today's world, we face the same things she faced. People underestimate us. Systems are unfair. Sometimes the people closest to us betray us. Sometimes we lose what we worked hard to build. Sometimes life pushes us completely out. But Cleopatra's story says, when you are pushed out, you plan your way back in. When someone takes your voice, you learn a new language and speak even louder. When the world tells you that you are too young, too different, too foreign, you show up anyway. You use every skill you have. You refuse to disappear. She also teaches us something about leadership. She did not lead by fear. She led by understanding. She learned the language of her people because she cared about them. She studied because she wanted to serve better. Real leaders, in business, in families, in communities, do exactly that. They listen. They learn. They show up prepared. In 2026, the world needs more Cleopatra energy. More people who study hard, speak many languages, stay calm under pressure, and refuse to accept that the door is closed forever. Part 5. Ending and Reflection. What you carry home today. So here we are, at the end of a story that is 2,000 years old, but feels like it was written this morning. A girl born into danger. A young woman who chose books over fear. A queen who lost everything and came back stronger. A leader who spoke 9 languages because she believed every human being deserved to be understood. And now, I want to speak to you directly. You are learning English right now. Maybe it feels difficult. Maybe some days the words do not come. Maybe some days you feel like giving up. But I want you to remember Cleopatra, a girl who had every reason to stop learning, every reason to feel small. And she did not. She kept going. She kept studying. She kept speaking. Because she understood something that I hope you understand too. Knowledge cannot be taken from you. When everything else is lost, your money, your position, your comfort, what you know stays with you. What you have learned lives inside you, forever. Cleopatra lost her throne, but never lost herself. And because she never lost herself, she got her throne back. Today you learned words like exile, ambassador, astronomy, and underestimated. You heard the story of a real woman who was smarter, braver, and more powerful than history usually tells us. And I hope you felt, just for a moment, that same fire inside yourself. Because it is there. I know it is. Keep learning. Keep speaking. Keep showing up, even on the hard days. Especially on the hard days. Because the world does not remember the people who played it safe. The world remembers the ones who dared to be brilliant. Thank you for listening today.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for choosing to grow. You are already doing something brave, and Cleopatra would be proud. Until next time, stay curious, stay strong, and never let anyone make you feel small. Goodbye, and thank you.